Hey guys, Drop here. Today I will give you 10 tips to improve your game sense and play like a pro on Valorant. Stay tuned. Let's start with the first tip, the communication. This is the most important thing on Valorant. Try to give as much information as you can. For example, how many enemies did you see, what they are doing, and so on. It will help your teammates to understand what is going on and of course to take the right decisions. Let's move for the second tip, trade. It's very important to play close to your team. Like that, you will be able to trade each other when you are fighting. It is always easier to win a fight when you are playing a 3v1 or 2v1 and so on. Tip number 3, the economy. When you win or lose a round, you receive a different amount of money. That's why your team needs to coordinate when you will buy or when it's necessary to save. If you win a round, you receive 3000. Moreover, if you kill some enemies, you receive 200 for each. However, when you lose the first round, you receive 1900. If you lose a second round in a row, you receive a bonus of 500. If you lose a third round in a row, you receive a bonus of 1000. Tip number 4. At the moment, Valorant has 4 categories of agents. The first category is initiators, as Sova, for example. The second one is duelists, as Phoenix and Jet. The third one is controllers, like Brimstone, Viper, and the last one is sentinels, like Sage and Cypher. The goal here is to have a very good balance between those 4 categories. If you are a player that wants to take information, play with initiators. If you want to fight more or take the first kill, just play with duelists. If you like to control zones, play with controllers. And if you have a good understanding about the rotations, play with sentinels. Tip number 5. Abilities and ultimates. Those are very important and you need to use them in the right moment. It depends the goal of your team. Do you want to control zone, stop a rush, defend the spike after plant? You need to use them according to the goals of your team. Just before the next tips, if you like this video, don't forget to put a thumbs up, to share with your friends and subscribe to the channel. Let's move to the tip number 6, the radar. Playing well with the radar needs to become your second nature. The radar gives you important information about the game, such as where is the enemy, how many enemies are in specific areas, what they are doing, where is the spike, and so on. And if you play well with this, of course, it will give you a precious advantage. Tip number 7. Learn to play with different engines according to your game style. When you are not playing with your mates, maybe someone will lock an agent first than you. That's why it's important to play with at least 2 or 3 agents according to your game style. Let's move to the tip number 8. Zone control. At the moment on Valorant we have 3 maps. Heaven, Bind and Split. In each one you need to control zones. On map Heaven, you need to control mid B and mid doors. On map Bind, you have 2 zones that you need to control, short A and short B. On map Split, you have a main zone to control, that is the bottom mid. On those 3 maps, those areas are very important to control. When you have control of the zones, you can control the rotation to back up faster and the enemies will have less space to work. Tip number 9. Understand the timing of your abilities and ultimate. When you start the game, to create a custom game, click on play, then custom game, select your map, then on cheats, click on it and select on, and then start game. Select your agents and you can go. When the match starts, just go in your top menu here and you go to cheats and you need to turn on infinite abilities, infinite ammo, infinite magazines, infinite credits, and ignore shopping restrictions. And then click restart game. Right now you are able to test the timing of your abilities and ultimates.
Satchel out. Here comes my satchel out. Rifle ready.
Let's move for the last tip. Train your aim. As like Counter-Strike or other shooter games, you should train your aim constantly. I advise you to practice at least 20 minutes, 30 minutes before you start to play. Guys, I'm really sure that with those tips you can really improve your game sense. If you have any question about those tips, leave your comments just below. And also, I stream 3 times per week on Twitch. Link on the description. You can also come there and I will try my best to help you. See you there and see you next time and stay safe.